Bill O'Reilly and Andrea Tantaro spoke about Kim Davis, the bigot who denied a gay marriage license in Kentucky. Let's watch.
Don't you think that she wants to be a martyr to the cause of Christianity? Don't you think she does?
I do.
I do too.
I do too.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, Jessica. If you want to be a martyr to the cause of Christianity, and you really in your heart believe you're doing the right thing in a moral sense because of your belief system, it's like the Vietnam conscientious objectors. You know, they didn't go to war. They dodged the draft, went to Canada, or left the country. Nothing wrong with that.
She is trying to change the law. She is essentially doing that, which she cannot do.
I don't think she's trying to change it. I think she's trying to defy it. Well, okay, last question. There are people who are attacking her personally. You know that.
Yeah, for being married numerous times.
Yeah, and calling her names a monster and this and that.
And having children out of wedlock.
And that is just as bad, all right? I shouldn't say just as bad because I don't think she's doing anything bad if she's following her conscience, if she's sincere. If it's all a phony thing, just wants attention, then she is. But that's got to stop, this personal attack business, correct?
I think it does. I mean,
awful.
look, I do, as a Christian, I do feel sorry for her, and I'm sympathetic to her beliefs.
So am I.
However, she doesn't have a legal leg to stand on.
She does not.
She does not.
No
she took
legal
an
right.
oath to enforce this. She cannot unilaterally. Wait, hold on, Jessica. She cannot unilaterally come out and decide that she's not going to enforce the law. And again, it does set a dangerous precedent.
She can, but she has to take the consequences.
Bill, it sets a dangerous precedent.
It does, but that's what has to happen.
A woman with Sharia not issuing driver's licenses to women because she doesn't believe they could drive, or say somebody who says, I don't believe in the Second Amendment,
Let's give
so I'm
Jessica
not
the last word.
Permit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
The way that ended was adorable. Because Andrea Tantaros, for the first time in her life, made a good point, and Bill's like, yeah, that contradicts me. Anyway, moving on. He couldn't answer that directly. She was like, next. Let's wrap this up here. That was a good point, and it proves the opposite case, so let's go. No, look at what O'Reilly said there. He said, I think she's being a martyr to the cause of Christianity. Now, any rational person would follow that up with what? You can't do that in a secular country. That's ridiculous. You're forcing your religious beliefs down the throats of other people. That's the opposite of what this country was founded on. But Bill O'Reilly follows that up with, I think that's fine. So you're admitting that you don't believe in secularism. You're admitting that you don't believe in what's in the First Amendment. And then, of course, in a different rant, he'll immediately bring up the Constitution and act like he's on the side of the Constitution. You're not on the side of the Constitution. And I like the attacking her personally point. Like, well, you know, she's being attacked personally. Doesn't that have to stop? It's awful. We're not attacking her personally. We're exposing her hypocrisy, Bill. How does he not see that? When she says, I'm not going to allow gays to get married because of God, because of Christianity, because of the Bible, we're simply responding with, okay, then you shouldn't have been able to get married 3 more fucking times. You've been married 4 times. You remarry. You're not allowed to do that under your religion. O'Reilly, right over his head. He's like, well, what do you mean? We can hate the gays. We're just trying to hate the gays here. Why you got to bring up other shit in the Bible and make us be consistent? We don't care about consistency. Haven't we shown that? Yes, you have. Oh, that is crystal clear. And it's just, even when they bring up the point of, well, what if a Muslim did this? They kind of like admit, like, yeah, I'd be outraged about that. But when it's Christianity, it's okay. You can't say that's total and utter hypocrisy. And you're admitting you would like to live in it under Christian Sharia. You want to live under Christian theocracy. So you really are not mad in principle at, you know, having a religious government like you're supposed to be. You're just mad when it's particular religions of particular people that you don't like. But if it's your religion, well, you can dominate other people. It goes right back to something that we bring up all the time. Unfortunately, the ultra-right today in America believes that they have a right to take away your rights. And if you make a peep of disagreement, well, then you're attacking me personally and you must stop. Ridiculous at every level.